Broncos Country, the wait is over. We are just days away from a massive showdown, Denver Broncos vs Indianapolis Colts, Week 2 of the NFL season. And make no mistake, this game isn't just another matchup. This is about proving who has the edge, who has the grit, and who's ready to fight for every inch on that field. Today, we're breaking it down position by position, head coach, quarterback, offense, defense, all of it. No fluff, no wasted words. Just a straight-up look at where the Denver Broncos stand against the Colts. By the end of this breakdown, you'll know exactly which team has the firepower to walk away with that win. Backhand index pointing right before listening to the latest news, subscribe to the channel, like it and don't forget to press the bell icon. Let's move on to the new news. And we start right at the top. Head coach. This one's not even close. Sean Payton brings years of proven success, leadership, and play-calling mastery. Against nearly any coach in this league, he wins that battle hands down. The edge here is all Broncos, and it sets the tone for the entire matchup. Next comes the quarterback position, and once again, Denver holds the cards. When it comes to the quarterback battle, let's get one thing straight, Bo Nix is the guy. There's no debate, no hesitation. This rookie has already shown the poise, accuracy, and leadership that Denver desperately needed. One off night isn't going to change what he brings to this team: command of the offense, smart decision-making, and the ability to spark life into every drive. Look at what he's done so far, his completion percentage, his efficiency, his calm under pressure. Bo Nix has the makings of a franchise quarterback. And Broncos Country can already feel the difference when he's on the field. Now, let's shift to the ground game. Denver's backfield may not have a household superstar, but it has something just as valuable: depth and versatility. With the combination of power and speed in this rotation, the Broncos can attack defenses in multiple ways. They don't need one name to carry the load, they've built a committee that can wear down opponents and open lanes all game long. This running back group may not get all the national attention, but make no mistake, they can deliver when it matters most. When you talk about running backs, you can't ignore the star power on the other side, but for Denver, the real test isn't about comparing names. It's about whether this defense can rise up and shut down elite talent. The Broncos' defensive front has one clear mission: close every lane, wrap up every tackle, and make sure no back breaks free. Miss even one assignment, and the opponent will make you pay. That's why discipline and tackling will define this matchup. The Broncos' linebackers and defensive line must be sharp, relentless, and physical from the first snap. This game could be decided by whether Denver's defense can impose its will in the trenches. Now, when it comes to wide receivers, the Broncos' room is loaded with potential. Courtland Sutton remains the anchor, big, strong, and dangerous in contested catches. But the real excitement is in the youth. Marvin Mims Jr., Troy Franklin, and Pat Bryant bring speed, explosiveness, and the ability to stretch the field in ways we haven't seen in Denver for years. This isn't a one-man show. This is a unit built to attack from every angle. Whether it's Sutton outmuscling defenders or Mims blowing past them, the Broncos have weapons that can match up with anyone. And if this group clicks the way we know it can, defenses are in for a long day. When it comes to the wide receivers, it feels like a tug-of-war. Both groups can shine on any given Sunday. But for Denver, the conversation isn't about a push. It's about potential. Courtland Sutton remains the steady veteran presence, while Marvin Mims Jr., Troy Franklin, and Pat Bryant are the explosive young core ready to make plays that swing momentum. If these guys get rolling, Denver's air attack has the power to overwhelm any defense. Now let's talk about the trenches, the offensive line. In Week 1, Denver's protection looked shaky early, but what stood out was the adjustment and resilience in the second half. The line found its rhythm, tightened up, and gave Bo Nix the pocket he needed to operate. That growth matters. It shows a unit capable of learning, adapting, and battling back when the game demands it. No offensive line is perfect in September. But this group has the pieces and the coaching to turn into one of the league's most reliable fronts as the season unfolds. And that stability is the backbone of any offense. So when you stack it all together, quarterback leadership, versatile receivers, a run game built on depth, and an offensive line learning to punch back, the Denver Broncos offense is the one you want in a fight. 10 times out of 10. And now, it's time to talk about the real difference makers, the Denver defense. Defense wins championships, and when you look at Denver's defensive front, it's clear this group has the firepower to dominate. The Broncos line is built on toughness, depth, and relentless energy. They don't just pressure quarterbacks, they collapse pockets, they disrupt rhythm, and they make opposing offenses second-guess every snap. Yes, every team has talent across the line, but the difference in Denver is the attitude. This front doesn't back down. They fight through double teams, they swarm to the ball, and they set the tone for the entire defense. With a mix of explosive edge rushers and interior anchors, this line has the tools to change games. They don't just aim for sacks, they aim to break momentum, force mistakes, and open the door for the rest of the defense to shine. And when your defensive line plays with that kind of edge, it becomes the heartbeat of a championship-caliber unit. Let's make it simple, the Broncos' defensive line is stacked. Zach Allen, John Franklin Myers, DJ Jones, that trio gives Denver power inside, pressure outside, and the kind of depth every defense dreams about. This isn't just a solid line, it's a front that can control games. Give me the Broncos here without hesitation. Now, let's talk edge rushers. Honestly, is there even a debate? When you have playmakers like Nik Bonitto and Baron Browning flying off the edge, the Broncos don't just compete, they dominate. This pass rush has the speed, bend, and relentless motor to terrorize quarterbacks all season long. At their best, they're one of the scariest units in the entire NFL. Moving to the linebackers, this is where Denver's depth really shines. Alex Singleton is the tackling machine at the heart of this defense, and Justin Strnad has stepped in with energy and consistency whenever his number is called. This group may not get the same national spotlight as the pass rushers, but they're vital to Denver's identity, smart, physical, and everywhere the ball goes. Linebackers set the tone in the middle of the field, and with the Broncos' combination of leadership and depth, this unit is built to hold the line and close down gaps all game long. And then we come to the secondary, the biggest mismatch of all. This is Denver's pride. This is the heart of the defense. And it's not just good, it's dominant. Pat Surtain II is the definition of a shutdown corner. Quarterbacks don't just avoid throwing his way, they fear it. Riley Moss showed last week that he can lock down man coverage and play with confidence beyond his years. Jaquan McMillian is everywhere, blitzing, tackling, making clutch plays when it matters most. And then there's Jaquan Johnson, flying around the field to scoop up loose balls and shut down open space. Call it what you want, but to Broncos Country, it feels like the no-fly zone is back. This secondary doesn't just defend passes, it takes away hope. So when you stack everything together, a rebuilt offense finding rhythm, a defensive line that can crush the pocket, edge rushers who hunt quarterbacks, and a secondary that slams the door shut, the Denver Broncos are ready to prove themselves as a force in the AFC. Broncos Country, this is only the beginning. The fight, the fire, the energy, it's all building. And come Sunday, Denver has the chance to show the NFL that mile-high football is back where it belongs. A mile-high salute to all of Broncos Country. Until next time, stand proud, stay strong, and never forget, this team fights for every inch.